We've been taught to fear our bodies, to distrust their signals, to override their wisdom. We call it anxiety when it's actually knowing. We call it weakness when it's actually grief. We call it being too much when it's actually truth rising. But our bodies remember even when our minds forgot. Every time we were told to sit still, smile, and say thank you, every time we felt rage but were praised for our composure, every time our no was ignored and we learned to go silent, the fire didn't go out, it went in. That fire, the one we now call inflammation, fatigue, autoimmune pain, it's not random. Women are disproportionately affected by these conditions for a reason, because we've internalized centuries of bracing, appeasing, suppressing until the body begins to speak the only language it has left. There's a reason we say, listen to your heart, trust your gut. It's ancient and it's true. But when we've been trained to seek answers outside ourselves, we forget that the sacred was never in the sky or the sanctuary. It was always here in the pulse of our own bodies, the pull of our intuition, the ache that tells the truth before we can name it. We've been taught to worship logic, achievement, productivity, but wholeness doesn't come from chasing only the light. Wholeness comes when we embrace what we were told to hide. Not just the saint, but the sinner. Not just your strength, but your sensitivity. Not just the part of you that gets things done, but the part that feels deeply, intuitively, irrationally. The part that dreams in symbols, that cries for no reason, that knows what's true before you can prove it. That is your magic. That is your inheritance. And it's what they feared. Because when women remember who they are, not just the palatable parts, but all of it, they become sovereign. So if you felt torn between who you're expected to be and who you really are, you're not alone. So in part 6, I know this is a long series, but I'll share how brain spotting and internal family systems are powerful tools that help us reconnect to that inner knowing. This is where the psychology comes in with the spirituality, not to become someone new, but to come home to the wholeness that was always yours. So stay close. We're going to go deeper.